Central California. What's going on in the NFL?
I'm Kayla Burton with NFL Network Now on the Westwood One Radio Network. With the NFL draft only 10 days away, teams continue to bring in college football's top prospects for visits. The Lions hold the second overall pick, and NFL Network's Tom Pelissero is reporting that the team will bring in Pittsburgh quarterback Kenny Pickett for a meeting this week. The first-team All-American is the only known quarterback prospect to meet with the Lions as they prepare for next week's draft. The Panthers' pre-draft schedule also remains busy this week. Carolina is scheduled to meet with 3 of the nation's top offensive linemen in the upcoming days, with Ike Ekwonu, Charles Cross, and Evan Neal all slated for visits. And we're only 10 days away from the start of this year's NFL draft. We're going to have all of the exciting action live for you from Las Vegas starting Thursday, April 28th on NFL Network. This has been NFL Network Now on the Westwood One Radio Network.
Whoa, Greg's up.
He's never up this early.
Hey, guys. Okay, so this is called the Bell Breakfast Box from Taco Bell.
Oh, thanks. I can read.
And that's a coffee. Helps you open your eyes.
And that's a breakfast burrito. You can start from either end.
You guys always this condescending in the morning?
Pretty much.
Wake up with the new $5 Bell Breakfast Box, filled with a grande toasted breakfast burrito, hash brown, 2 Cinnabon Delights, and a coffee. At limited participating Taco Bell locations near you during breakfast hours only. Contact local store for prices, hours, and participation, which vary. Tax extra. Drinks excludes freezes.
That's the sound of a crack in the ceiling found at a home inspection. But with a Realtor by your side, a newfound leak might only cause minor worries. With their expertise, a Realtor can suggest a credit at closing and even connect you to a contractor to help you shore up that leak and alleviate your worries. When it comes to cracks in your plans, the expertise of a Realtor can make all the difference. The difference between an agent and a Realtor is real. Realtors are members of the National Association of Realtors. That's who we are.
Well, happy Monday to you. It is a Monday, the 18th day of April, 2022. It's a holiday in Canada. Easter Monday is a holiday in Canada. So for our Canadian snowbird friends that are visiting, take the day off, okay?
Yeah, maybe take 2 days off.
Yeah, why not? Yes, a retiree's week is Saturday, 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 Sunday.
Okay, I'm writing all those down.
Okay. That's pretty much the way it works, I think. So did you find all the eggs?
You know, I looked, actually I peeked early, and I didn't want to get caught with some eggs that maybe had been there a little too long.
Ah, and did you use that egg detector that you bought on Amazon?
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly. They also, it doubles as a metal detector too.
Oh, okay.
You know, some of those eggs that they develop these days, the skin, the shell on them is quite tough.
Yes. And for what it's worth, there is nothing better than fresh eggs, you know, from maybe a friend that's got a couple of chickens in the backyard.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Just don't tell on them, whoever they are.
Yes.
Chickens in their backyard.
I will.
That might be bad.
You know, I'm not an egg eater. I've never, eggs don't agree with me.
Mm-hmm.
Except at Easter, I will eat deviled eggs.
Oh, deviled eggs are good.
But
Good.
anyway, so did Valor have a good Easter?
Yeah, he did. I think it went by really quick for him. One of his favorite things to do is to swim. So that was what he was doing over the holiday.
Okay.
He was swimming.
Very good. I spent a good part of Saturday battling a swarm of bees.
And did you win or did they?
I think right now it's a draw.
It's a draw. Okay.
Yeah. So we'll start up again. At some point.
At some point.
Yeah, it's that time of year where the bees swarm.
Yep, that's what we understand.
Yes, and I just did not want them setting up a new colony in my backyard.
So you got that taken care of then, huh?
I think so.
Well, if you see a house over in that neighborhood flying, you'll know there's a little adjustment that'll have to be made on that procedure that you're using.
Okay. And let's see. Jennifer Lopez. You know Jennifer Lopez. Her engagement ring is super rare and valuable. The star announced she is engaged to Ben Affleck. Yeah. Okay. And there are reports the green ring is an 8.5 carat natural green diamond, which is worth anywhere between $5 and $10 million. Just think how many people could be fed for that. But I mean, for Jennifer, it's just another engagement or two, and she'll have as many rings as Tom Brady.
Yeah. Tom might give her a pointer or two.
Yes. Okay, birthdays, you ready?
I'm ready.
Actor Robert Hooks is 85. Hard to believe. Actor Haley Mills, 76. Actor James Wood, 75. Actor Cindy Pickett is 75. Actor Rick Moranis, 69. Actor Eric Roberts, 66. Actor Jane Leaves, 61. Ventriloquist Jeff Dunham is 60. Conan O'Brien, 59. Actor Eric McCormick is 59. Actor Melissa Joan Hart is 46. Actor America Ferrara is 38. Actor Britt Robertson is 32. And actor Moises Arias is 28. You ready for local birthdays?
Absolutely.
Well, I think we have a few. It's a short list, but it's packed full of quality. We are celebrating today's birthdays. Happy birthday, Trinka Noriega, Justin Keating, Dolores Virgil, Chad Everett, Esmeralda Sandoval, Gino Rivas, Chava Curiel, Jesse Liera, and Luis Sandoval. Happy birthday from Kxo. Well, as we said, it's relatively short, but packed through and through with quality.
Sounded very quality to me.
Yes.
Maybe even regal.
You think?
I think.
Okay, speaking of regal, Duchess, the very regal standard poodle that we've been fostering for the last 3 months, she goes back to Palm Springs on this coming Saturday. And Pam is already starting to tear up.
Well, you can always foster care. That can be your regular gig.
Well, it has been a little bit. We don't really want to raise another puppy, but we will foster one for, a week or two, or in this case, 3 months. So, anyway, she's a sweetheart. You've met her, and she's just and looks quite regal as well, doesn't she?
Yeah, quite regal. That word just it fits for today.
Yes. She's the Duchess.
Yeah.
Okay.
That fits.
Anyway, are you ready for some news?
We've got some news this morning. Yes.
Okay. And we will jump in with it, starting off with a look at World and California news headlines, brought to you this morning by Lock Air Conditioning. Triple digits today? Mayhap. Call Lock Air Conditioning. They're your year-round comfort specialist.
CBS News special report. Terror and death in Ukraine. Overnight Russian airstrikes killed dozens in Kharkiv and in Lviv. Photojournalist Finbar O'Reilly is there.
He was a little bit on edge this morning. This was really the first time, that there were up to seven people killed in this attack. And these are the first known deaths from the war in Lviv, which is quite far west in the country.
The BBC's Dan Johnson was watching the search for victims in this city, which has been serving as a staging ground for women and children fleeing into neighboring Poland.
Emergency teams are still responding and could find more victims. Firefighters have put out a blaze and have started recovering bodies. The mayor of Lviv described the attack as evidence of genocide and said it showed nowhere in Ukraine was safe.
At least one Democratic ally of President Biden is calling on him to send troops to Ukraine, but NATO allies are warning a move like that could trigger world war with Russia. CBS News special report. I'm Vicki Barker.
Become a Lock Air Conditioning VIP customer and get special pricing on cooling and heating tune-ups all year long. Call today to become a Lock Air Conditioning VIP customer at 760-93-LOCKE. That's 760-93-LOCKE. Lock VIPs receive discounted service and maintenance, discounted repairs, and priority service with prompt service. Lock Air Conditioning is your local York dealer, but they repair it all. So when the need arises, don't hesitate to call Lock Air Conditioning at 760-93-LOCKE. That's 760-93-LOCKE. Lock, the only name in air conditioning for over 40 years. York, install with confidence. Contractor's license number 696216.
California headline news. A teenager from Clear Lake missing for almost 3 years turns up safe near Park City, Utah. Dr. Jack Oswald found outside a store there. His mother, Suzanne Flynn, says she's happy, relieved, and maybe a little surprised.
I'm just grateful that he is safe, he's alive, and we have our son back. That's the most important thing ever for us.
Dr. Jack has autism. He's being cared for at a treatment facility. His family has no idea where he's been for the past 30 months. Thousands of registered nurses for Sutter Health walking off the job today, staging a one-day strike for better working conditions.
We do the very best we can, but it's so much better if you have a nurse that's fed, rested, that's not working back-to-back 16-hour shifts.
Registered nurse Amy Erb says they've been negotiating with Sutter Health for nearly a year. Sutter officials say they're bringing in contracted replacement workers. A spring storm that brought several feet of snow to the Sierra Nevada and rain to parts of San Francisco, apparently continuing a storm system settling over the northern part of the state. Jeff Scott, California News.
World and California News headlines brought to you this morning by Lock Air Conditioning and Custom Sheet Metal. They are your year-round comfort specialists.
You can unlock more cash than you realize from your home's equity with a cash-out refinance today. In the last year, average home values have gone up nearly 20%. And with Rocket Mortgage, you can unlock thousands in less than 3 weeks. But you've got to act right now before rates go up. So when you're looking to unlock the cash in your home, Rocket can. Call 833-8-ROCKET today or go to rocketmortgage.com to get started.
Rates current as of 12/12/21. Call for cost information and conditions. Equal housing lender license in all 50 states. MLS Consumer Access.org or 3030. Call 800-490-1233 for disclosures and cost information.
The more we learn about COVID-19, the more questions we have. The biggest question now, what's next? What will COVID bring in 6 months? A year? If you're feeling anxious about the future, you're not alone. Cal Hope offers free COVID-19 emotional support. Call 833-317-4673 or live chat at calhope.org today.
It's page one of the local news, page one of service of El Centro Motors Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers. Quick Lane, they service all makes and all models, and you never need an appointment.
Taking a look at the latest in local news for a Monday morning, the Imperial County moves forward on a commitment. It happened at last week's Board of Supervisors meeting. The supervisors continued to make progress on their commitment to improve economic opportunities of Imperial County in a responsible and environmental manner by moving forward with the development of Lithium Valley. The actions by the board, including developing land use and environmental tools to assist in the streamlining of various renewable resources and energy projects in the southern Salton Sea area, specifically preparing the contract for the Salton Sea Renewable Resource Specific Plan, accompanying programmatic environmental impact report, and developing the lithium development infrastructure assessment planning document. That was a mouthful. Poll workers applications are available on the county website. If you've been wondering, it is a chance to make $100 to $110 a day. The poll workers or the inspectors and clerks work the polls. They must attend a training class to qualify. Applicants must be at least 18 years of age, be a registered California voter or legal resident of the United States. They must be available to serve from 6 p.m. until approximately 9:30 p.m. or until all closing deputies or duties are complete. KXO News Time, coming up to 7:43.
If you're looking for something special for your pickup, head to the Brawley Quick Lane and their new off-road center. They specialize in lift kits, wheels, and tires that have the right look and perform. There's names like Fox, Bilstein, and Rancho. Method wheels, too. Built-up spray bed liners as low as $4.99. It's the right stuff at the right price. The brand new off-road center at Quick Lane in the Brawley Auto Center, Highway 86 and Julia Drive.
The local law enforcement memorial ceremony, it will be held on a Friday, May 6th. It will begin promptly at 7 a.m. The Imperial Valley Law Enforcement Memorial Foundation was formed with the specific objective and purpose to honor our local fallen law enforcement officers who have died in the line of duty while serving in all federal, state, county, and or city agencies in Imperial Valley. This year they will memorialize 44 law enforcement officers, law enforcement agencies, surviving family members, and the public. They're invited to continue the remembrance of those peace officers who have died in the line of duty at a ceremony that will take place in front of the Imperial County Courthouse in downtown El Centro. Calipatria City Council has a plan. The plan is to improve the city's landscape. At their meeting, the Calipatria City Council approved a plan to plant trees throughout the city. It is part of the local forestry program. The Imperial Valley Urban Forest Program in the city of El Centro partners with Brawley, Calexico, Imperial, and Hopeville. The Urban Forest Grant specialist with that program worked with the Calipatria Chamber of Commerce. They came up with a $90,000 grant to plant up to 215 trees. The grant has been approved, but still needs to be signed. They also need to discuss on the location where the trees will be planted. The council was told it was very important to plant the right tree in the right location where they can easily be irrigated. That concludes this edition of Local News. Page 2 coming up.
Page 1 of the local news, a service of Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers with 3 locations to serve you. At the Brawley Auto Center, Highway 86 and Julia Drive, at El Centro Motors, and now at the Imperial Valley Mall.
Golden State Extracts, CBD, is the first fully licensed GMP certified hemp processor in California making CBD. Everything is done right here in the Imperial Valley, from growing to processing and manufacturing. Our products derived from hemp are a natural form of pain relief to help you with your aches and pains, help you sleep better, and lower your stress with our specially formulated tinctures, pain creams, and gummies. Best of all, you can visit Golden State Extracts CBD locally at their Imperial location, 520 West Ayton Road. For more information and benefits of CBD, visit them on the web at goldenstateextracts.com or call 760-355-9134. That's 355-9134.
Page 2 of the local news and the weather, brought to you by the Town Pump in Westmoreland, open Tuesday through Saturday at 4:30, and by Brownie's Diner in Brawley. They're open every day, 7 a.m. till 3 p.m.
Continuing with more local news, a traffic accident occurred shortly after noon on Saturday, claiming the life of a Yuma woman. The accident occurred in the 2900 block of West 1st Street in Yuma. The Yuma County Sheriff's Office says a silver Lexus was westbound on 1st Street when, for some unknown reason, it crossed the center line and collided head-on with a Chevy Trailblazer. The driver of the Lexus, 43-year-old Maria Villa, was pronounced dead at the scene. The driver of the Trailblazer was transported to Yuma Regional Medical Center with life-threatening injuries. The accident remains under investigation. Well, April 15th is not the tax filing deadline.
It's today. Pay your taxes today.
Today, but not on the 15th. You're late already if it was the 15th. Anyway, it's not this year. It's because of a holiday. April 16th is Emancipation Day, making the freeing of slaves in Washington, D.C. April 16th this year, it falls on a Saturday. So it's celebrated this year on Friday. Because of that, the tax deadline is moved to Monday, April the 18th. That means procrastinators have 3 extra days. They've had 3 extra days to fill their taxes or file them, or to request an extension. Imperial Irrigation District takes action on the On-Farm Efficiency Conservation Program. The IID Board recently approved an increase of $3 million to the program's 2022 budget. The action taken on the last board meeting designates the additional funds to be in the form of supplemental payments to growers to help offset increasing fuel and energy costs faced by on-farm water conservation participants who use the energy-reliant conservation measures such as diesel fuel, electricity, etc. IID Board President Jim Hanks said, due to unanticipated and significant ag cost increases, growers have raised concerns about their ability to continue to cost-effectively implement certain conservation measures that require a power source. We'll be back with a look at the weather.
When you're ready for great home-style cooking, there are 2 locations for the best in the Imperial Valley. Brownie's Diner, 990 Main Street in Brawley. Open 7 days a week, 7 a.m. to 3 p.m., featuring delicious breakfast and lunch entrees, including menudo, liver and onions, and meatloaf. The Town Pump in Westmoreland is open Tuesday through Saturday at 4:30 p.m., specializing in delicious prime ribs, steaks, chicken, salmon, and lobster. So for a great dining experience, visit Brownie's Diner, 990 Main Street in Brawley, and the Town Pump in Westmoreland.
Here's Carroll Buckley with the weather update.
The National Weather Service says above normal temperatures will continue into the middle part of this week with continued dry conditions. Today and tomorrow we'll see some of the warmest temperatures so far this year as highs climb into the mid to upper 90s both days. Temperatures on Wednesday and Thursday will fall off a few degrees but still remain above normal. A stronger weather system will move through the region by the end of the week, bringing cooler temperatures that will be closer to or slightly below normal, with readings mostly in the 80s. Otherwise, expect breezy conditions at times with little chance of precipitation. Yesterday's high, 90 degrees. The overnight low, 59. Today, increasing clouds with a high near 100. Light wind becoming north about 5 miles an hour this afternoon. Tonight, mostly cloudy with a low around 69. West-northwest winds 5 to 15 miles an hour, with gusts as high as 25 miles an hour. Tuesday, mostly cloudy, then gradually becoming sunny. Look for a high near 95. West wind 15 to 20 miles an hour, with gusts as high as 30 miles an hour. 66 degrees, 26% relative humidity. The wind is calm. Page 2 of the local news brought to you by Brownie's Diner in Brawley, open every day, and by the Town Pump in Westmoreland, Imperial Valley's fine dining experience.
Live racing is back at the fairgrounds, and KXO will give you a chance to win a pair of tickets. The races this Saturday and Sunday will feature lightning sprints, heritage sports compacts, and UTVs. Listen for the sound of car racing sound effects. Then call 760-352-1230. Caller number 13 wins. That's 352-1230. The Showdown in the Desert is brought to you by the California Midwinter Fair Heritage Foundation and Wingate Company. Listen to AM 1230 KXO and win.
It's sports time, brought to you by Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District, an affiliate of the Scripps Health Network, working together to provide you the best care. NBA action yesterday. The Heat hammered the Hawks 115-91. Celtics slip by the Nets 115-114. Bucks beat the Bulls 93-86, and the Suns top the Pelicans 110-99. Action today, the Raptors and the 76ers, the Jazz and the Mavericks, the Nuggets and the Warriors. And again, don't all of the NBA teams make it into the playoffs?
Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District, ready to serve you and your family for all your healthcare needs. Let our team of dedicated physicians guide you on your journey to better health. Pioneers is a recognized leader in healthcare and has more than 10 health centers and clinics throughout the Imperial Valley. When the need arises, don't hesitate to come and see us. We have services and locations in Calexico and Brawley, and of course, our award-winning hospital, Pioneers Memorial. For more information on all of Pioneer's services, visit pmhd.org today.
Major League Baseball, the Orioles blanked the Yankees 5-0. Red Sox topped the Twins 8-1. Pirates over the Nationals 5-3. Blue Jays nipped the Athletics 4-3. Mets shut out the Diamondbacks 5-0. Marlins beat up on the Phillies 11-3. Giants topped the Guardians 8-1. Brewers slipped by the Cardinals 6-5. Rays rolled. They beat the White Sox 9-3. Angels topped the Rangers 8-3. It was the Cubs over the Rockies 6-4. Dodgers dumped the Reds 9-1. Mariners beat the Astros 7-2. And the Padres, behind Yu Darvish, beat the Braves 2-1. Padres with just 3 hits still pulled out the victory. Manager Alex Cora and the Boston Red Sox expect to be without multiple unvaccinated players for an upcoming series against the Toronto Blue Jays in Canada. Starting pitcher Tanner Houck told the Boston Globe on Sunday that he is not vaccinated against COVID and won't pitch during the 4-game series. He would have been in line to start the second game. To enter Canada, the Canadian government requires a person must have received a second COVID-19 vaccine dose or 1 dose of Johnson & Johnson at least 14 days prior to entry. Cora says there's a number of players that will not be able to make the trip to Toronto. That's it for Sports Time, brought to you this morning by Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District. Log on to pmhd.org for more information about Pioneers. Thank you for choosing Imperial Printers Rocket Copy. In today's highly competitive business climate, your company's image is important. The printed materials your company uses conveys a major part of that image. Our graphic designers have the talent and expertise to create a lasting impression for your business. Imperial Printers Rocket Copy offers virtually any type of business solution to meet your needs, from business cards and stationery to computer forms, full-color brochures, and posters. Let our excellent service and attention to detail provide the best impression for you. Locally owned and operated, Imperial Printers Rocket Copy has locations near you at 430 West Main Street and 100 South 11th Street in El Centro and 184 South Plaza in Brawley. And financial news with a brief look at the weather, brought to you by Southwest Security, a locally owned company protecting you and your property. Southwest Security offering live scan fingerprinting to the public. Well, Twitter has adopted a poison pill measure that could thwart Elon Musk's takeover bid. The poison pill provision, announced Friday, preserves the right for Twitter shareholders other than Musk to acquire more shares of the company at a relatively inexpensive price, effectively diluting Musk's stake. The provision will be triggered if Musk or any other investor acquires more than 15% of the company's shares. Musk currently owns about 9%. The move marks an effort by Twitter's board to wrest back some control in the deal after Musk's stunning acquisition offer. The poison pill, a corporate anti-takeover defense mechanism, won't necessarily stop Musk's bid in its tracks, but it could make buying the company more expensive or force Musk to the negotiating table with the board. Meanwhile, Britons are abandoning streaming services such as Netflix and Disney Plus to save money as they suffer the biggest cut to their disposable income since the 1950s. Streaming services boomed during the pandemic as people were forced to spend more time at home. With lockdown restrictions lifted, Britons canceled about 1.5 million subscriptions in the first 3 months of this year, up by around 500,000 from the previous quarter. More than a third did so to save money. And what's happening on Wall Street? Well, U.S. stocks edge higher as investors brace for a big earnings week. The Dow up 21 points, the S&P 500 up 5, the NASDAQ up 7, gold up $14.70 an ounce, and oil up $1.05 a barrel. Not a gallon, a barrel.
Hi, this is Jason Jackson, owner of Southwest Security. I've been providing private security locally for more than 20 years and have owned Southwest Security for more than 6.5 years. I'm proud to announce that we have over 250 employees working here in Imperial and Coachella Valley. Last year, I opened Southwest Postal, offering you 24-hour access 365 days a year. P.O. Box service to you. Also located at Southwest Security at the corner of 4th and Heil in El Centro. If you're in the need for security services, please call us at Southwest Security at 760-970-4500. That's 970-4500.
We will have increasing clouds today. Look for a high temperature near 100. Light wind becoming north about 5 miles an hour this afternoon. Tonight, mostly cloudy with a low around 69. West-northwest wind 5 to 15 miles an hour, gusting as high as 25 miles an hour. Tuesday will be mostly cloudy, then gradually becoming sunny. Look for a high near 95. West wind 15 to 20 miles an hour, gusts as high as 30 miles an hour. 67 degrees downtown, 26% relative humidity. Financial news and the weather brought to you by Southwest Security, offering live scan fingerprinting to the public.
At Burgers and Beer, we want to make your every visit a great visit. We want you to have great service. We want your taste buds to dance with happiness and your thirst to be quenched. We want you to enjoy great sports and great music. But most of all, we want you to enjoy your friends, your family, your date, your business meal, your party, your mom, your dad, and even Aunt Karen. At Burgers and Beer, we're all about you. 5 locations to serve you: El Centro, Yuma, Temecula, La Quinta, and Rancho Mara.
The best oldies on the radio. KXO El Centro on AM 1230. KXO.
CBS News on the Hour. Your home for original reporting.
I'm Deborah Rodriguez in New York. A Ukrainian woman crying after today's missile attack on Lviv. At least 7 people were killed. A series of explosions shattered windows and started fires. It comes as Russia steps up strikes in the east and Ukraine vows to fight to the absolute end in a strategic port city. Correspondent Charlie D'Agata from Ukraine.
There's not much left of Mariupol after weeks of an unrelenting Russian onslaught. A number of Ukrainian forces are still holding out. In Kharkiv, medics treating an injured woman were forced to dive for cover to save their own lives in the middle of an artillery attack.
U.S. officials are warning of potential cyber attacks from Russia. CBS's Catherine Herridge.
A March FBI alert obtained by CBS News warned of increased reconnaissance by foreign actors of U.S. energy networks searching for vulnerabilities. And in recent weeks, the U.S. government's Shields Up campaign said every organization, large and small, must be prepared to respond to disruptive cyber incidents.
West Virginia has reached an agreement with Johnson & Johnson over the opioid crisis. State Attorney General Patrick Morrisey.
West Virginia and her political subdivisions will receive $99 million in a lump sum payment. This will be for the state, the counties, and the cities.
If it's approved, West Virginia would get more than double the amount it would have received as part of a national settlement. They're off and running at the Boston Marathon. WBZ-TV's Christina Hager is along the route.
The spectators you get out here are really the diehard people who come out very early in the morning, the coldest part of the day, and they've been out here, and they've been very enthusiastic cheering these people on.
It's the first springtime marathon in Boston since 2019. A springtime ritual returns in Washington, D.C.
It's a White House tradition dating to 1878. And after a 2-year pandemic-induced break, it's back.
For generations, presidents and first ladies and kids just like you celebrated the Easter egg roll together.
This year's theme, Egg-ucation. Dr. Jill Biden kicked off the event featuring hundreds of kids and their families. It went on despite some April showers.
My job is to keep it from raining.
Amid the drizzle, the president went on to the South Lawn to meet with some of the young egg rollers and pose for pictures. Stephen Portnoy, CBS News, Washington.
The Dow is up 32 points. This is CBS News.
There's always something new under the sun. CBS Mornings, weekdays on CBS.
And now an important message from music superstar Willie Nelson.
Hi, I'm Willie Nelson, and for as long as I can remember, I've been fighting for legalization of the one thing that can bring comfort to millions. And of course, I'm talking about Skechers. You see, Skechers shouldn't be illegal. They help so many people ease.
Can we stop the commercial? Willie, I don't think Skechers are illegal anywhere.
Really? But they feel so good. I just assumed that the man made them illegal.
No, you can wear them anywhere, Willie.
Well, pass the Skechers.
Skechers comfort feels so good, it should probably be against the law. Because Skechers is the comfort technology company and has all the fits and features you need for ultimate comfort. Fits like Arch Fit, Relax Fit, Wide Fit, and more. And features like Max Cushioning and air-cooled memory foam. It's legalized comfort.
You know what? I'm going to wear my Skechers across state lines.
You do that, Willie. You do that.
Find Skechers at a Skechers store, Skechers.com, or wherever stylish footwear is sold.
British consumers are delivering bad news to streaming services.
From the red wedding to some serious red ink. In the face of skyrocketing food and energy prices, Brits have been slashing their video subscriptions in record numbers. British consumers have pulled the plug on about 1.5 million on-demand accounts so far this year. Bye-bye Disney Plus, Apple TV Plus, and Netflix, suggesting the pandemic-fueled boom in streaming here is as dead as a wedding guest in Game of Thrones. Vicki Barker, CBS News, London.
Here's a tag sale that'll cost you a pretty penny just to get in. Martha Stewart has cleaned out her estate in Tony Katona, New York. She's selling thousands of items, or what she calls this and that, at a tag sale for charity. New York Magazine says tickets are $250 for timed prime slots next weekend. Deborah Rodriguez, CBS News.
And now, more of the best oldies on the radio with Carroll Buckley.
When I wake up in the morning.
AM 1230.
Here we go now.
KXO.
1230.